So because it takes a hot minute to get up online, I thought I would start the video right now so I can find it online. So those of you who are going to join me at 1 o'clock can find me on Facebook on the Uniquelymarteen BC Chalkers page. Yay, it says we're live right now. So now I just need to find the video. Wow, I think that's the fastest I've ever come up. Must be because people are not teleworking today. My husband had to run by Lowe's to get some vent filters. Ours were pretty shot, and I think it was definitely something he needed to do. So he ran, and he said the place was packed, which just surprises me because I know people are feeling cooped up. This is week 3 for me, but you know, I think we really have to make an effort to stay home and not walk around Target and walk around Walmart and run to Lowe's to buy flowers. And you know, and we're pretty bad about it ourselves. So anyway, so I just wanted to say that, you know, let's just think twice. If it's not something we absolutely need, it's probably best to stay in so that we don't risk our own lives, don't risk the lives of the people we love. Hey, Brittany, how are you, honey? You shared. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I have a couple of projects I want to do today because I too was feeling kind of cooped up. So this weekend I've done a whole lot of stuff. Well, this is one of the projects I did. I did this last night and I just thought it came out so cute. I wanted to share it. I had a little tag hanging on the front of it and I just didn't love it. So you know, if you don't love it. Anyway, I really love this. I think it came out really cute. I'm going to put it on a shelf next to my bee jar that I did that I love too. But so what I did here, and I'm just going to go through this really quick for you, just in case this is something that you'd be interested in doing. I found some hard-covered books that my husband and I were done with, and I painted them white with some paint that I had gotten just from Lowe's or one of the hardware stores. Painted them white, just did kind of a quick coat because I didn't want it to look like perfect, but I did want all the edges to be kind of done. And then I glued them together. I did some quick words on the front, sort of didn't make them perfect because I wanted it to look kind of old. And then I saw one of the other designers had done this bumblebee with the honeycomb on it, and I thought it just really set it off, made it look really pretty. And then I did a faux bow. I glued everything on so it would stay put, so that when you stand it up on your there, can you see it there? So when you stand it up on your shelf, you can kind of tip it a little to the side so people can see both. Anyway, it came out super, super cute, and I just wanted to share that with you today. So I'm gonna set that aside for right now. And say hi if you're out there. If you're out there trying to find something to do and you're getting tired of Netflix, which, I don't know, I love Netflix, so I kind of enjoy Netflix, but, and I don't know how many of you have seen Tiger King, but dang, it's something, isn't it? If you've seen it, it's pretty incredible. Truth is really stranger than fiction. So kindness changes everything was something that sort of spoke to me today because I felt like just the act of staying home is kindness. It's protecting other people. It's protecting your family, loved ones, other people's loved ones, other people's families. So kindness does change everything. So today we're going to do that. I'm going to show you how we do that. So I picked out a couple colors that are just ones that I'm fond of. And the reason I picked black is because I ordered a bunch of ribbon from Amazon and it's not here yet. So I have to use the ribbon that I have to finish this project, and you'll kind of see I'm going to do some of the same thing like I did on the Bumblebee books because I'm going to put them on the same shelf. I try to keep a cohesive theme of things when I decorate my house. And I like to have things in threes. So I have the books, I have the jar, which I'm sure many of you have seen already on my page. And then this kind of changes everything. And I should have grabbed my bumblebees. I might grab that if I have a minute. I might put a quick little bumblebee on there just to kind of tie the whole thing in. So let's get started then. Hey Marty, thanks for watching. So Chalk Couture, this is a B-size transfer. I believe this is a B-size transfer. This is not the Club Couture transfer. I did the Club Couture transfer yesterday. It is the typewriter, the old-fashioned typewriter. So if you haven't seen that, check on my Facebook page because that is the cutest, so cute transfer. So if you are a member of Chalk Couture, you get an exclusive transfer every month for $19, free shipping, and it comes with little packets of paste for you to use. It comes with a little squeegee. So it's everything you need to sort of do a quick little project at home. And this board is one that I had, that somebody had given me or I had picked up at a garage sale. And it said something on there that it was a cowboy theme, and my house just isn't cowboy at all. It's probably a little modern farm. But anyway, I thought, you know, I hated throwing it away because it's a free surface, right? So I painted it white. It had like a little doodad on here that I just patched up, but it's all right. It's gonna look just fine. And so then you have a free surface, right? But anytime you take something that you have at home or something you get at a garage sale or something you get at a hobby store and you're going to put a transfer on it, you definitely want to prepare your surface. So I put a couple coats of paint on here, and I don't want the paint to come off on my on the back of my transfer. So what I'm going to do is do a little bit of Minwax on this, and you can use just about any kind of finishing paste wax. I like Minwax. I don't mind the smell of it, so I use it on everything. If you order a surface from Chalk Couture, most of their surfaces do not need to be waxed. They're pretty much ready to put transfers on, but this is good. It's good to do a wax coat if you're layering colors. Say you get one color on there and you want to do another color, and you don't want that transfer to pull up that first color. You want to maybe do a wax coat on that too. So anyway, it makes the wood really nice and soft, gives it a good feel, protects your transfer, and it's quick and easy to do. And that's it. That's all of that. So we're ready to go. So when you have a new transfer, I want to show you that the back of the transfers are kind of a dull, sort of have a dull feel on them. And the inside of the transfer is shiny. And you don't want to mix these sides up because, hey, how are you doing? Crafting Time with Cindy. It's nice to see you, CBD. Anyway, so you don't want to mix up the sides. So we want to put our transfer back on the shiny side. We're doing everything we can to protect our transfers because they can be used over and over and over many times. So you want to take care of them. So we're going to put back on here. I usually just write a B. And that tells me the next time somebody borrows it, it tells me that that's the back, and they don't want to put the transfer back on there. Okay, so we're going to take this off. It comes off pretty easily. And then this is our fuzzing cloth. So the reason we do this is because it puts just a little bit of fuzz, takes a little bit of the stick away so that it doesn't stick on there so well that you sort of tear or bend or stretch your transfer in any way when you're taking it off. There isn't a whole lot of transfer surface on this one, so it is not going to, it's not going to mess up at all. We're doing it over to the side because, like I said, we're going to do a little bit of lace, a little bit of ribbon on this side. All right, so black is going to be the kindness and everything, and then we're going to do Chalk Couture teal on the changes, just because it's one of my favorites, and it carries the theme through with what I'm doing. I keep watching on Facebook, there's a lot of people out there painting furniture and painting their house, painting rooms in their house. Oh my gosh, just beautiful. It really inspires me. So now we're doing a little bit of the, this is distilled water. And this is the Chalk Couture Mister Sprayer. It sort of limits how much you spray in there. So we're looking for a toothpaste consistency. So we're kind of trying to just add a little bit at a time. And we're getting there. So, yeah, so decorating their houses, cooking. I've seen just tons of food, lots of baking, and beautiful dinner dishes. I just love to see that stuff. I don't know, some of you may be sick of seeing it, but I just love it. Tell me if you're doing something different. Like I started making sourdough bread, and I just love it. It's kind of one of those fun things that I just never had time to do before. So I started doing it, and let me tell you, when you start doing sourdough bread, it's a commitment. Keeping that starter alive, it's a commitment. Okay, so now I want to do the whole thing. Sorry, my allergies I've been sneezing. I had the window open for a little bit and I've been sneezing and everything, but I feel fine other than that. You want to get everything ready because we don't want our paste to dry out on our stencil. Again, we're getting it to the sort of toothpaste sort of consistency. I'm going to start with the black first, and then go right into my teal color. So you want to just put it on. Make sure you're covering all of the transfer area, getting it on there really good. You don't have to like smash it hard or anything. And then you want to scrape it a little bit, get off the excess. Same thing here. We're just going to get it on. Sorry, my glass tabletop is kind of making a lot of racket. And then I'm going to scrape off the excess, put it back in the jar. And then we're going to go right into the teal. So we'll have that ready to roll. So tell me if you're doing anything creative at home. Are you making something, crocheting, knitting, painting? I've seen just so much stuff. I've been following this lady who makes the most incredible wreaths. They're just gorgeous. All right, so that looks good, all scraped off. And we're just gonna pull it from a corner and then take it from the middle so we don't stretch that transfer. Oh, look how pretty that came out. So now look, that has completely changed that cowboy looking sign that somebody gave me a long time ago, or I found it at a garage sale. Now, because I want to do the ribbon right away, I'm going to dry this real quick. What kind of surface are you using? So, you know, I honestly, I think that this was just a Hobby Lobby sign that somebody had. So I don't really know. It's wood that I painted over. And we didn't make it. It's nothing really fancy like that. So while I let this dry, I'm putting away my chalk, or covering up my chalk paste, because I don't want it to dry out. And since we live in the desert, it's already a little dry here. I don't need to add more heat to this stuff. So I'm gonna just set it aside while we let this dry. And you can tell when the chalk paste is dry. You can use a blow dryer. This is a heat gun that I got at, I think I got it on Amazon. It wasn't very expensive. It's not extremely hot. It doesn't get the surface really, really hot, so it works pretty well. And like I said, you can just use a hair dryer if you want, but you can tell that it's dry because the color sort of changes. So because we have these lines in here, some has folded into the lines, but that's okay, it adds character, it looks really cute. So say hi, shoot me some hearts if you're out there. All right, I think that's pretty dry, looks really dry. So now I don't have, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of ribbon because I'm waiting for Amazon to send my, my order, and my 1 to 2 day shipping, like everybody else, has gone to 1 to 2 week shipping. Everything I order seems to be coming April 20th or after. Anyway, I do have a black and white polka dot coming today, but more of the same, right? So I thought I would use a little bit of these two. I might use what I have left of this. We'll just play with it a little bit and leave that out. We're just gonna do kind of the same thing we did on the books, where I sort of make a faux bow to go on the top. So I think that's going to look good. It would really look nice if I had some teal ribbon. That would have been really, really pretty. I'm going to use my glue gun. I forgot, of course, to plug it in, so give me a hot second here to do that. I want to make sure I don't unplug everything I'm using. There we go. And, you know, gosh, these things just don't stay pretty, do they? But I collect redone. So I have all kinds of redone little plates like this. And I thought, gosh, that's just like perfect, because you can pop the glue right off of it. So when it heats up, it's like a perfect way to hold it. Okay, so I'm going to take this ribbon, and I'm probably going to glue it right in here. So let's cut it there. And while we wait for the hot glue to get hot for us, I'll go ahead and make the faux bow. So usually what you do is you take several snips of whatever whatever you're going to use. I really don't like these scissors. I like to do the bow cut at the end of these. So I don't know if y'all make faux bows. Maybe you're really whizzes at bows. I need to buy one of those bow makers. Anyway, you fold it in half, and then put a V cut in it. Kind of gives the end a little cute doodad on there. I don't know if I'm just not seeing comments now. So you're going to make a few of these. I think I'm going to mix in some of the white just to set off the white on the sign. So tell me, how many of you are just watching the news all day? When we telework, I keep the news on because press conferences and things like that, and I don't want to. I'm one of those people who just doesn't want to miss anything. When I was a little girl, my mom used to get so mad at me because I would sit on the steps and listen to her and her friends, my dad and their friends, because I just didn't want to miss anything. So 24-hour news has brought that out in me. All right, so let's do some white. Anyway, we turned it off yesterday and stopped watching it. And I think it has made just a huge difference for both of us because we're both feeling kind of down. This is only week 2 for my husband to telework, but this was week 3 for me. So it was really, we were really starting to let it get to us. And we don't have like a vacation home or a motor home. I know some people are getting away a little bit. We're just kind of staying home, and once in a while we'll jump in the car and go to A&W and get a half gallon of root beer or pick up a, drive up burger or something like that, trying to keep the shops in town a little busy. Last night, one of my friends, Glenna, who owns the cutest little store here in Boulder City, decided to do an online sale. And I think it went really well. There was such cute stuff on there, and people were buying stuff left and right. So I thought that was a really good idea for her to do something like that. I think it lifted her spirits. I know it lifted mine to watch it. And I ordered something I'm hoping I'm going to get this weekend. So kind of fun. And I appreciate the different ways people are trying to stay sort of busy and make money, and I think that that's great. Also, Grandma Daisy's here in town, which is the darlingest little candy and ice cream store. She started doing, her daughter's sort of running things for her, I think, and she had this idea to do candy boxes, because Easter for us has always been a really big deal. We've always had lots of people over, tons of food. I make homemade pierogies, stuffed cabbage. My husband makes pozole. We have ham, just tons of food, lots of people. The weather's always beautiful. Sangria's flowing and people are laughing and having fun. And I think that celebration is just a part of what Easter is. We're celebrating the resurrection of Christ. And so we celebrate with each other, and not having that this year is kind of hard. Anyway, so when I saw that she was making these candy boxes, I thought, what a great way to brighten my sons and their girlfriend. My oldest son has a girlfriend. They've been together for a long time. And so we sent them a snack box from Amazon and a candy box from Grandma Daisy's. So I'm excited to hear when they get that, because I think they're going to really like that. Okay, so there we go. There's our little faux bow. You can kind of pull it apart a little bit. It matches the bow on our books, so it's going to look really cute on our shelf. So let's see if we're ready to glue this. All right. Glue gets everywhere. I like to do things kind of a little different. When I look at some of the things people are making, I get so inspired. I get ideas. I look around my house and think, oh my gosh, I could chalk on that. I could change this or that. Okay, you want to make sure that your line is straight, because it's going to drive you crazy if it's not. Well, maybe that doesn't drive you crazy, but that drives me crazy. Does that drive you all crazy? Are y'all still with me? Because I don't see any questions. I see y'all just hanging there relaxing, or having your afternoon margarita or a glass of wine and just chilling and enjoying this stay home time. All right. I think that will work. I might add a dab of glue right here, just to give me a little extra security there. I have seen some of these people who do wreaths, and they do a lot of wreaths. I follow this young guy who started a wreath business, and he does, I wish I could remember his name because y'all might really enjoy watching it. If I find it, I'll tag it below for y'all when I post this. But he has like one of those pots on it's on a hot plate or something, and it's a pot, and you just do a stick of glue or whatever and slop it on. I guess if you're doing a lot of gluing, you can just dip it in there. And anyway, I would for sure make a big old hot mess out of that. Okay, so now we're going to find a place to put our, I think I'm going to put it right up here because I don't want it to block any of our words. Now, this would be cute too with a tag. We could do a little cute tag to hang down on it. I don't know if I want to do a white one or if I would want to do a black tag. Tags are really kind of cute. We could hang a cute tag on there, find something cute to put on there. I think the black is going to show up better. I'll show you the white. Tell me what. Yeah, definitely. I'm not even going to wait for you to answer. Definitely it needs to be the black one. So, not really sure what I would put on there. I don't even know what I have around me that might work. But I will find something to put on there, and oh, you got this would be perfect right there if it weren't so big, right? Oh, here's some cute ones. Let's do one of these. Let's do it. You know, the great thing about Chalk Couture too is you can mix and match stuff and make everything you. It can be you. Or you can just use what they send you and make great designs because they send you great stuff. Okay, so we got home, together. I kind of, together's too big. I guess we're gonna have to do home because it's the only one that's not too big. And since we have very little teal, I'm going to, or Chalk Couture, I'm going to use that on here. I'm gonna make sure I get it on there straight because I'm really bad about that. And then, thank goodness you can wash it off because it's just chalk. And you can wash it off. So if you don't wax over it or anything like that, you can wash it off. So my typewriter that I did the other day, I ended up having to wipe off some of it because I had, in my haste to get it done for live, I got it on there crooked. Got something on there crooked. So, but that's okay because it came off easy. I was able to just wipe it right off with our magic erasers that Chalk Couture has, the chalk paste erasers. And I decided not to put it back on because I liked it better without it. So there we go. How's that? I like that. All right, so I'm not going to take the time to glue that on, but you can see how cute that came out. And I think that you could do so many cute things with that. You could hang little charms on there. A long charm would be really cute on there. You could do a string of beads. You could do all kinds of really cute things on there. And then you just stand it up on a shelf, or you stand it up, you know, somewhere. Or you can hang it. There's a hook on the back. You could put a hook on the back. It's limitless, peeps. Limitless. Okay, so we're going to put that away because we're done with that project for now. And I had a couple of other cute things that I thought I would do. So let me know, did you like that? Let me know if you think that's cute. I really like it. I like the way it came out, and it really is going to look so cute next to my other stuff. So another ray done. Y'all can see all of my ribbon in there, places to put everything. You should see my floor right now, or maybe not. Okay, so our next project, and this was something I've been wanting to do, and I thought I'm just gonna knock this out today because the other thing we're gonna do is maybe some tea towels, because I wanted to show some people how to use ink. And I am running out of tea towels because I buy tea towels like people buy paper towels. I have so many in my drawer, and then when they get nasty or stained, I throw them away. Or I put them in the rag bag. You can put them in the rag bag. Anyway, I wanted to do some polka dots on this. The only polka dots I have are pretty big, so this is going to be challenging for me. Figure out how to do this, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to do some gold polka dots on here to go with some other things on my desk here that I like. This is a great idea too. I know you can't see me doing this, but I just kind of wrap the cord around here and store it away like that so it doesn't get in the way. So I'm going to plug in my blow dryer in case we need to use that again for another project. Now's a good time to fill up your wine glass. All right. Okay, so let me find my gold. I used this the other day on something and it looked so pretty and I thought, oh my gosh, why do I not use that more? Oh, that's brown. That's not it. So, let me see here. It's kind of a shimmer. There it is. Actually, this one's called Shimmer Copper. I think it'll show up a little better on this white and. So again, like I told you in with the last project, you have to wax the surface. So if you're out there watching me, please share the video, share the love, the project love. I love getting off and seeing that there were thousands of people on my videos, and that has happened. Thanks to my designer, my mentor, she shares it, and I'll end up with so many people. It's so fun. I try not to think about it while I'm working. Okay, so a nice little thin coat just to protect my transfer. Not away. Now, because I'm only doing a little part of this, I'm not going to, I'm not going to take it completely off of the backing because I don't want it to stick to my table. So what I'm going to do is put it on here. Make sure I get enough of it. And hopefully I get enough little polka dots on there. Now, it's really difficult to get all the air out when you're doing something like this because, first of all, you have it lifted up on the side and there's holes in the middle of your project. And so, you know, just do the best you can, sort of rub around the area where your stencil marks are and to try to avoid any air bubbles. Now this paste I just used, so it's ready to rock and roll. So I just need to find a scraper and we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna try to just do the dots that I can see that are on my project. This paste goes a really long way, so you don't need to glop it on there. If you can see, this transfers a little bit distressed, which is kind of nice because then it adds a little texture to your project. I'm going to do just these little tiny edges here. So it looks like it kind of came off the side. And I'm just double checking. I think we've got everything. Scrape that off. Cover that up. And then we're going to peel this off. Oh, look how cute. Oh, I love it. That is so cute. That is so cute. So quick and easy. I think this little end sign was, it's definitely Hobby Lobby, so it was probably 40% off. I probably paid a couple bucks for it. And I spruced it up with some polka dots, and it looks darling. All right, so see, quick project, really quick. I'm gonna stick it up here on my windowsill for now. And we'll move on to our last project for today. I'm gonna heat up my my Cricut and move it a little closer to me. So on Amazon, I purchased a big packet of tea towels for a wine and paste party that my girlfriend and I did here at the house. And I had a bunch left, and I thought, why not do something cute to those so that people can see how you use ink, how easy it is, and it's, you know, not scary, and it's always kind of fun. So put all this paste away so I don't get it all mixed up with my ink. So definitely when you do ink, it's a good suggestion on fabric to use the Chalk Couture mat. This mat is sticky and it washes up pretty nice, but it helps keep your project in place. So I'm going to take this down too, because the glass tends to slide around. And I don't want the mat to slide around. So I'm going to peel this off, and you can see it's got a lot of sticky on it. I need somebody to come in and clean after I'm done doing live. Hot mess. Okay, so that means it's ready, but we're not. So, okay, how many of you are still with me? Hey, Cindy, thanks for hanging with me. So I like to do kind of at the bottom. That way, if you fold it and you want people to see whatever you've put on it, then it's right there. You can fold it so it shows up at the bottom. You can kind of pull your fabric a little bit, stretch it on there a little. And I think I'm gonna do You Got This. I have some other little ones that I pulled out. I might do a Live Simply later, but for right now I'm gonna do You Got This because it seems kind of relevant right now. I believe that Brittany sent me this one. And I love it. I hadn't done anything with it lately, so I'm looking forward to this. Now, when you open a new transfer, I said this once before, you want to put a B on the back of it, or you want to write what it is so that you don't put it on wrong next time. But when you do on fabric, you don't need to fuzz it because you're putting it on fabric. So it's already fuzzy, right? So we're going to not fuzz that. Kind of going to get it as close to the bottom of the mat so that I know that it's on there straight. I'm not too worried about it. It's a tea towel. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. See if I can move this over a little bit. That didn't. A little better? Is that better? Hey Deb, how are you doing? Glad to see you're catching me a little bit live here. So I don't have a whole lot of ink here, but I do have some really pretty ink colors. I don't know if I want to do the teal or if I want to do sage. This is really beautiful. Or if we want to do like a sunshiny bumblebee yellow. My kitchen's gray with a lot of black and white. And since we're doing a lot of bumblebees and I have bumblebees on the shelves, let's do this. So now the ink doesn't need water. You'll see when I open this, it is absolutely creamy, smooth, buttery. So, look at that. I mean, it's like butter. I don't know if you can see that. So we're just gonna put it right on. You got this. I know this has been really difficult for everybody. I know it is because I see neighbors out. I even saw my neighbors, one of my neighbors helping another neighbor in their yard, and I think it's brought out some really good parts of all of us, that we get so busy that we stop to see that people need us every day. So it's been kind of neat to see that. And even on Facebook, people helping people who need food or things because they're baking or doing something and they want, you know, a cup of flour or something. And so now I don't want to dry this on the mat because it will kind of, that heat will kind of warp my mat a little bit. So I'm going to pull it up just a little bit before I dry it, because we are going to change the surface so that we can heat dry it with the Cricut. We want to make sure it's kind of a little dry so that we don't get it all over anything. So how you doing, Miss Deb? Thanks for tuning in and watching my video. Cindy, have you worked with ink very much? Do you like working with ink? I don't know if any of you have seen some of my glass posts that I did yesterday, but I love doing ink on glass. And I have so many more things I want to do with ink on glass. And then you bake it in the oven and that makes it stay there. It's so cool. So cool. So, okay, so I totally forgot to grab my parchment paper, so you're going to have to give me a hot second. Now is a good time to refresh your wine if you didn't do it a minute ago. And, or your beer, or your soda, whatever you're doing. I bought one of these huge boxes of parchment paper from Costco. Awesome stuff. Use it for everything. So now my Cricut came with a mat, so we're going to put it on the mat. Yeah, I like working with ink. I do too. I think it's my favorite. Cindy, do you have a Cricut? Do any of you have a Cricut out there that you use? I know I have a lot of friends that do that have the Cricuts and they cut stuff, and so I am bound to get more yellow on here if I don't stop and cover this up real quick, because I know y'all think that I'm neat and clean and orderly and everything and nothing happens, but look at my fingers. I'm a mess. All right, so you want a little bit of parchment paper underneath there so it doesn't bleed through to your project. I'm just going to hit it with the blow dryer a little bit more, and then we're going to put another layer of parchment paper. You know what? Actually, it feels pretty dry. We're going to put another layer of parchment paper on here. And then we're going to take this behemoth goes for 29 seconds. So I'm probably going to do about 3 or 4 of these, but I'll probably end it after this because it's already been kind of a long video. And I don't want to bore you all to tears, even though we're having a great time. Hopefully you're having a great time. There's no bourbon or anything in this. It's just diet soda. I've been kind of hooked on margaritas during the quarantine. All right, so that was a quick 29 seconds. And this goes right back on its base. I love that thing my husband got it for me for Christmas. And there you go. It's baked in there. So now you can wash it. You can, you know, throw it in the dryer. It's going to be just fine. I like that. So I might do that in a couple different colors. I might do a teal one and a black one and some other colors. But anyway, I appreciate you joining me today for our projects. I'm just going to show you one more time what we did. So we did this really cute sign that says kindness changes everything with a little home tag. Of course, we did our tea towel here. And we did some quick polka dots on an and sign just for fun. I appreciate you guys joining me today, and I hope that you have a great day. I hope that you make this time special. And shout out to my girlfriend, Deb, whose birthday is today. I hope you're having a great day full of blessings and that it's just full of joy. I know Kevin will make it special for you all day. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for thumbs up. Thank you for sitting with me and chatting with me. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye.